So there is this weird crime case involving a kid named Noah Presgrove. He was 19 years old. He lived in Oklahoma. He went to a party and ended up dead, but not just dead. He ended up naked, his head bashed in a fetal position, teeth out, and they said it's undetermined. And there is just something really, really troubling about this. This does not feel undetermined. It feels like murder.
When you have a death, there's 4 possibilities. It could be natural, it could be an accident, it could be suicide, it could be homicide. It was mind-boggling to look at the autopsy and the conclusions that they came up with. They actually had natural as one of the options of what could have happened. I'm like, how is any part of that natural?
Okay, the coroner says, all right, it's blunt trauma that killed him. Was it fists? Was it baseball bats? Was it something else? Like, for example, it was noted that his buttocks had black marks. Well, find out, what are those black marks? Is it marker? Is it paint?
Asphalt?
Is it asphalt? Yeah. Is it rubber? I mean, what is it?
There are a lot of parts of this case that just don't make sense. At the party, there's Snapchats that everybody saw when he was under the influence. They were like drawing on him with Sharpie. Now, they do say that they gave him a shower, but everybody knows that Sharpie needs to be scrubbed off of your skin. When they found his body, there were no marks on him at all.
So are you saying he was washed extensively, much more than they're alluding to?
Exactly, yeah.
I do think that the friends were actually involved, because when I'm looking at all the details, it feels messy and it feels like teenagers were involved.
Here's some video of him at the party, so he does look intoxicated, I will say.
Come on. Come on, Shady.
He's wasted.
Okay, here's the thing. The slap fights are very, very teenagery. So that doesn't really tell me ill intent. Him and his best friend got into an argument, supposedly squashed the beef, but the connection with the clothes, it feels like maybe the best friend, maybe the best friend's father.
The best friend's father is sus. So when he was found in a fetal position, totally naked except for a pair of shoes, the shorts he was wearing at the time he went missing from the party were neatly folded next to his body. Him having a piece of clothing folded neatly next to his body just sort of tells me that maybe somebody who knew him had a little bit of remorse.
Or was involved in it. Because you could have an accident in which people are trying to distance themselves because they don't want to be blamed. You know, because there was this whole Fight Club thing to this where, you know, he was saying, hit me, and
What if later in the evening, it became Fight Club?
there was some interesting stuff in the autopsy as well about old healing wounds that he had. It was weird, like a number of different wounds that weren't from that day that were healing, which may go to your Fight Club theory.
And that would explain why he has these healing injuries, because he was in this Fight Club and maybe something got out of control and somebody went crazy on him and all of a sudden he died.
It could be possible it's a cover-up, and this was all staged to look like a hit and run. If you've got a pathologist coming forward and telling you, this does not look like a hit and run to me, I'm not seeing broken arms, I'm not seeing broken legs, no broken ribs, there's something to question.
There were broken ribs.
Why would the authorities allegedly cover this thing up?
In a small town, every cop has a friend.
Yep.
There are 3 different versions to every single story in a small town true crime case. There is what the cops think happened, what the press said happened, and then what the locals think happened.
And the 4th thing is the truth.